I know every single step you've taken on your path here. I was watching you. But watching is all I was doing. So if you don't mind, I'd like you to tell me yourself what you've been thinking.
Mel most offenses and help him see Ken's innocence, and perhaps Luke going to bat for Ken is what ultimately sets him free and allows him back into society, as Luke has strong ties with the military and maybe a little bit of good for him. We also have to wonder how Ken's son Mel might factor into all of this. There's a brief line in Luke's Street Fighter wiki page that states that he and Mel Masters have become friends, though it's unsourced. Let us know in the comments what you think will happen with Ken in Street Fighter 6, as well as what you think of his character journey thus far. I've been John Velociraptor Guerrero for Event Loves. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like what you saw here, please be sure to check out our solo videos for characters like Juri, Chun-Li, Ryu, Akuma, and Cammy in this playlist here. Ryu has been Street Fighter's poster boy from the very beginning, and while not always the main protagonist, he's still a linchpin core and the most important character to the franchise. Through the entire Street Fighter story, Ryu's unique inner power and potential constantly grabs the attention of other characters, and it's this same inner power that both drives him forward and sets him back as he attempts to balance it. Street Fighter 6 will be the latest chronological entry on the timeline, and so we thought we'd go back over Ryu's history up until this point to get some ideas of where Capcom might take this iconic character next. About a guy clearly meant to be something of a blank slate for players to project their own selves onto, Ryu's beginnings are intentionally vague. Orphaned at a young age with no recollection of his biological parents, Ryu's story really begins when he was adopted by a martial arts master named Gouken. Gouken basically raises Ryu and teaches him to be a stoic martial artist in the ways of Ansatsuken, instructing him on how to perform awesome attacks like the iconic Hadouken and Shoryuken, also known as the Dragon Punch. Much of his training and upbringing is influenced by the presence of yet another student under Gouken's teaching, Ken Masters. By his early 20s, Ryu is ready to start off on his journey, and so he and his Super Smash Bros. Sandbag head out to see what the world has to teach them. Soon thereafter, stumble upon the first World Warrior Tournament. This brings us to the events of Street Fighter 1. Ryu enters the tournament and cleans house, making it all the way to the final boss, Sagat, the one-eyed Emperor of Muay Thai who doesn't have a giant scar on his chest. They fight. Sagat actually gains the upper hand and momentarily knocks Ryu out of his story. Ryu taps into the Satsui no Hado here and performs the very first wake-up DP of all time, nailing the one-eyed Emperor of Muay Thai, who now has a giant scar on his chest. Having lost his status as the top fighter around and having gained a massive scar, being the first person to ever experience getting hit with a scrubby wake-up DP, Sagat devotes himself to vengeance against Ryu. Oh, and this also means Ryu wins the very first World Warrior Tournament. So Ryu goes home to put his tournament win certificate on the fridge and also asks what the heck that evil superpower he tapped in progress with the Satsui no Hado at a later time. And then during the events of Alpha, Ryu is visited by Ken, who can see his buddy is very troubled from his recent findings and offers him a friendly fight to help clear his mind. Ken wins, but gives Ryu his iconic red headband. And then during the events of Alpha, Ryu meets Sakura, a schoolgirl who becomes infatuated with him and wants him to train her. He says, not right now. And then during the events of Alpha, a still recovering Sagat finds Ryu for the run back from Street Fighter 1. Sagat wins, and though he doesn't realize it at first, it's because Ryu lets him. And then during the events of Alpha, Ryu encounters fortune teller Rose, who tells him about the threat of M. Bison, an evil dictator who plans to use psycho power to take over the world and spread chaos and raise taxes. They fight. Bison wins, and seeing that Ryu has that super secret special potential hidden away within him, the evil dictator takes his KO body with the plan to inject his soul into it and use it as his very own. While brainwashing Ryu, Bison is interrupted by Ken, Sakura, and Sagat from earlier in the story, the former two of which fight Bison while the latter fights Ryu. His fight with Sagat reminds Ryu of his past and true self. saving him from Bison's mind bullets. Ryu then turns on M. Bison and destroys him with a Shoryuken, a technique so powerful it kills people until Capcom needs them to come back for Street Fighter 2. This brings us to the events of Street Fighter 2.
Don't have a good day. Have a great day.
Bro. Bruh.
Huh?
Are you alright?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I be?
No, it's crazy. It's the rush. You just killed like 4 people in like less than a minute. Is the web thing all in one, or is it like how Attack on Titan had the Thunder Spears and the maneuver gear?
It's just the maneuver gear.
Okay.
It's exactly like the maneuver gear.
Oh, it's like web shooters, so I was wondering if it could attack too.
No.
Okay. That makes sense though.
That would be cool.
Shoot it up to me.
I hear footsteps.
I got one of them. I hit one of them for 100. Nice.
Shut up again.
Somebody shooting at you? I'm asking.
Yeah, I don't know where we're from though.
He has to be in a tree. If you don't see him.
Oh, he's behind me, he's behind me, he's behind me. would.